Okay, I want to quickly demonstrate how to load the VM for the cost project. So the first thing you need to do is go to seed project, and there is a lab environment. You can find the seed VM. Remember to download the 32-bit 1604 VMs, right? So you download any one of these 5 images. I'm not going to download it now. It will take a time. So, okay, here. So you can see let me delete this. You can see I have the image file here. Then you can unzip it. You can use any tool you have to unzip this, okay? But I recommend to use 7-zip. 7-zip is an excellent tool to compress and decompress files. It supports a lot of different formats like 7-zip, zip, RAR. Okay. So after this, if you open this directory, you can see a number of VMDK files. Those are the virtual disk files, right? So it's like your hard disk, but it's just a file on your disk. Okay. So before creating the virtual machine, let's go to the virtual media manager. So let's add this. We downloaded here this VM virtual disk image here. We just downloaded. So there are a number of VMDK files. Pick the one without a suffix of SZ0 plus numbers, right? So the first one, let's open this. So you can see here, we already have this added from the download directory, right? Let's close this, okay? Then on the main window, you click this new button. It's going to create a new virtual machine. Let's say SED demo. Okay, so you can use any directory you like, but let's say dvm, that's my directory, so you can name it anywhere you want. So the type Linux, that's you can pick the I believe there is Ubuntu 32-bit. Okay, next. So memory size, I suggest you give it at least 1 gigabyte of memory or 2 gigabyte. I have a lot of memory, so I gave it a 4 gigabyte of memory. So hard disk, use an existing hard disk file. Okay, let's open this. So to make sure which one it is, okay, it is this one. Then you click create. Okay, before you start the virtual machine, click settings, go to the network. Okay, if you look at the network adapter here, there is one says NAT, but we also want to add an adapter which is the host only adapter. Okay, so by adding this adapter, you can SSH into the virtual machine. So you don't have to use the graphic interface. So I found this to be very convenient. So for the other field, you can just leave it as. Okay, you can also increase the video memory. Let's say 32 megabyte. System. Let's remove the floppy and the optical. Okay, now let's start the virtual machine. Okay, so if you look at this virtual machine, so the window is tiny, right? So you can click a view, then virtual screen 1, pick a scale. You can scale to 150, 200. Because I have a 4K monitor, so I can scale to 200. Okay, just wait for it to build to boot. Okay, now we are in the virtual machine. Let's click setting. Because the window is really tiny, you can go to display and pick a higher resolution. Okay, just click this button. Okay, now keep this configuration, right? Just close this. Then if you click this, you can search the terminal. Let's open the terminal. Okay, if you do if config, it will tell you the IP address of your virtual machine. Okay, so because we have NAT, so we can actually say ping google.com, right? So, and also, if we look at the if config, so there are actually two Ethernets. One is with the address of 10.0.2. This will be the NAT adapter. So the other adapter has an address of 192.168.26.26. So your address might be different. Okay, so if they are different, don't worry. So now you can actually open a window. So I'm using Windows subsystem for Linux on the Windows. So you can do a SSH 192.168.26.6-L SED. SED will be the username, right? Let's type return. So store the signature. So the password is a DES. Okay, see now we are in the virtual machine, right? So in this VM, so we can minimize this window. Okay, so I found this to be very convenient because you can make the window larger or smaller. So you're not going to have all this wasted area for the UI, right? So you will have a larger space to work with. Okay, now you can make a directory, say project, cd project, make a directory for each project you have, right? Okay. Okay, so we just made it two directories. Okay, let's see the project one. Okay, I want to tell you about the editor. So this is called a micro editor. So this is actually a very new editor. I found it to be very easy to use. You can use your mouse. You can copy paste. Okay, so if you go to a micro editor, so there is a bash. Okay, so you probably don't want to do this if you don't trust the source of the software, right? So they can do anything with this kind of thing. So you basically get a script and feed this to the bash. But let's assume this is okay for our virtual machine. Let's do this. Okay, let's copy paste. So it will automatically detect the platform I have, right? Like this is Linux 32, and they downloaded the correct version of macro. So if you look at this, so this will be the macro editor. So we can, as you do, mv macro to use a bin, right? So which you probably should not do it if you have a production machine. This is just for experiment for either of use. Then if you do macro, say hello.c, okay, we can go to here. Let's say example C program. Say examples. Let's say print integer. Right? Let's copy this. Let's go to the window. Say paste and then paste away. Okay. So if we save, okay. So let's take a look at the macro format. C program macro editor. Okay, let's not worry about the formatting, but you can use some plugin to automatically format your file, right? So if you look at this, right, so you can, it has a highlight, you can use your mouse, and for example, you can delete this. You can use your mouse to select a line and Ctrl C, Ctrl V, okay? Oh, oops, you can use Ctrl Z to go back. Okay, I think they have some issue with the Windows shell. Okay, you type Ctrl Q to exit. Okay, that's all I want to talk about the how to load the VM.